Yo, how you doing? What's up, good people? Excuse me. It's your boy Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. G. And I'm back in the house with the Lincoln Elevation. Continuing my Mercury house series. Today we're talking about Mercury in the 7th house in your natal birth chart. Okay, so we'll break down Mercury in the 7th house, give you some famous people with this placement, but like always, I always tell you, I think you're famous. I really do. And a quick reminder, make sure you sign up for Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric for Saturday, November 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Now check your times with the daylight savings coming up. Okay, and I'm going to be teaching a lesson on the planets Mars and Jupiter. They're friends on the same team, okay? So, Mercury. Yeah, last time Coffee Talk I did Mercury and Venus. So Mercury, it's the messenger, right? It is about communication skills, the court gesture, the mimic, humor, represents the youth. It rules in medical astrology, your lungs, your ears, your wrist, your hands, shoulders, elbows, all that stuff. Mercury is the lower mind. It's the logical, analytical, critical mind, thinking, assessing. There's the light, there's the camera, there's the television, there's the computer, there's the door. That's Mercury, okay? It's at home in Gemini and Virgo, and it's also exalted in Virgo. Does well in air signs, and actually does pretty well here in the 7th house. Mercury is, right, our writing, our learning, it's social media. Can represent the siblings, right? Cars, buses, planes, trains. Transportation, I should say, because Venus is your actual vehicle, right? But Mercury is, trips, short distance travel. You can also see your skills, self-efforts, athletic ability with Mercury and Mars and Jupiter, combination. Okay, but remember, it's only ever 28 degrees from the sun. So let's say if your sun sign is Pisces, your Mercury can be Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries. Capiche? It's neither feminine or masculine. It takes on the energy of the sign that it's in. So if your Mercury's in Aries, it's more of a outward energy, right? It's more masculine. If your Mercury's in Taurus, then it's more receptive, more feminine energy. What's the 7th house? Well, this is the house of contracts, negotiations, the other half, the descendant, opposing the ascendant in the 1st house. This is partnerships, contracts, negotiations, relationships, marriage, the marketplace for the scales, also the scales of justice, the courthouse. It is open enemies, the enemies that you know and you see them coming. You can see the skills of your first child here. You can see the second child. This is the first marriage. All right. I think maternal I don't know. I forgot. I think it's the maternal grandfather or paternal grandfather. One of the grandparents you can see here. I sometimes forget. But anyway, so that's the 7th house in Mercury. Now some of the famous people. I believe I saw that it was Snoop Dogg, Robbie Williams, Ariana Grande, Kendall Jenner, and Gwyneth Paltrow, who I worked with on the Royal Tenenbaums, who was very polite and was like, "Hi, my name is Gwyneth, nice to meet you." And I was like, "Hello, Gwyneth, my name is Eric. It's a pleasure to meet you too." Hey, Gwyneth. Maybe she watches this, maybe you'll send it to her. But yeah, she was really great on the Royal Tenenbaums. Sweet woman. So, let's break it down. You have this placement, you desperately need communications in your marriage. Even if you are, let's say, you're a school teacher and your spouse is a lawyer or a doctor, it just can't work out if you don't have healthy communication. They also tend to like a partner that is very youthful or might even actually be younger than you. If you're a lawyer, you might marry a lawyer, right? If you're in marketing and sales, you might marry someone in marketing and sales. You can see that happen a lot with this placement. If you're an actor, you might marry an actor, or an entertainer. I find often that when people have Mercury in the 7th house, the sign is very crucial. So that's why you hit me up, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com. Be like, yo, I need to birth Chizzy. I want to understand this Mercury. Now, we're just talking about Mercury in the 7th house, not if it's conjunct Sun or next to Pluto or conjunct Uranus or Neptune. Mercury will definitely absorb the sign and the flavor of the planet that it's in a conjunction with, which is anywhere from 0 to 10 degrees, okay? So if your Sun is at 28 degrees in the 7th house and your Mercury is at 3, they're in the same house, but they're like way on the opposite side, so you can't understand it. Like, hey, what's up for dinner? What? You're not hearing each other. So that's why you want it to be between 0 and 10 degrees. That makes the true conjunction. Capiche? Same house, same sign as well. I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I use the whole sign system. Look at Placidus. Look at principles of Vedic. I'm all about giving you the truth. Okay? That's my job as a professional astrologer. And that's why people choose me, because I keeps it oh so very real. All right? Mercury here, you might like a lot of sense of humor in your partnership and relationship. You can be extremely good, or I should say a very talented lawyer, an attorney. You could be an accountant, marketing. You might, be some sort of sales merchant. You could sell anything, right? You might sell, fake cars. Like little plastic cars, toys, you could sell things like clothing, you could sell apples, lemonade, fruit, whatever it is. 7th house is the place where you can see a lot of sales and barter and trade for negotiations, right? Measurements. So these people have the gift of gab, and the sign will tell you to be able to market and sell even themselves, right? Ariana Grande, Kendall Jenner, Snoop Dogg. They'll be able to sell things and you will receive it from them. This is a great placement for sales. And it could just be even selling yourself, to people. But a lot of times it will be an item or a product that maybe you made with your hands or that you communicate about, because it's Mercury. Also here, you'll find, it's opposing the 1st house. So there will be a great consideration for the other half, but you really are focused on what you need from the other half, okay? So it's not selfish or selfless, but it is the needs in the marriage and the communication that you desire from the other half. Very important, right? If you had, Capricorn and Mercury here in the 7th house, you might actually go into business with your other half, If this was Leo, you might be the artist, the actor, the entertainer. Or same thing with Gemini. If it's Cancer, you could be a school teacher, or maybe you sell Amway products, or you make, you sell baked goods that you make, Taurus, Cancer. Taurus, maybe you negotiate and you do landscaping and gardening, or you're a chef and you purchase things for a restaurant. Okay? Leo, Aquarius, it could potentially be politics. You become an attorney. But see, this is also where you can see attorneys can be businessmen and businesswomen as well. Can be an entertainment lawyer. There's a lot of good placements that you can see, and what's trining it from the 7th to the 3rd and the 11th, there can be issues with communications with your spouse from the older or younger sibling, which is 11th house older, 3rd house younger. So you want to see what's trining it and what it's speaking to, things like that. This is definitely one of those placements where the sign will explain how you, because Mercury is one of the indicators for career, Mercury and Saturn. So this could even show the type of assistance you provide for your spouse in their business or in their marketing or sales, or the exchange of goods, or the help that you might need from your partner. Okay, that can play out and you can see that, but you really want to learn the entire chart, the map of your life, because what's squaring it, on the 4th and 10th, the influence of mom and dad, can cause issues in the marriage with this Mercury. What is even in the sextile on the 5th and 9th, with your education and your children and your father's teachings and travel, writing a book, anything creative, hobbies, that can be maybe a beneficial energy because it's a sextile, okay? So, yeah, Mercury in the 7th house. It's an interesting placement. Remember, it's the mimic. So sometimes you couldn't mirror back to your partner what you're getting from them, right? There might be a lot of mirroring here and like the whole parrot. You can have a lot of humor in the marriage. You can laugh a lot. You and your spouse just be cracking up, okay? And there might be a lot of daytime texting or flirting in a relationship or marriage with your partner. But, if you've got Mercury in the 7th house, there can't be you being with some stoic guy that never talks or some girl that's emotionally unavailable. You want and desire constant communication with your other half. It's super necessary. And so if you're not getting it, this can lead to divorce or extramarital affairs. Now you would have to see different things here, things in the 6th house, which is the house of conflicts and divorce, stuff like that. But, Mercury in the 7th house can give you a lot of examples, and you just want to know what's aspecting it, all right? So, like always, I appreciate you, join the Patreon that's growing, $5, $10 a month, tailored to you coaching, patreon.com/tailored to you coaching. TikTok and IG, tailored to astrology, and we are, just moving along and still designing my course, and I can't wait. And I'm actually going to announce around the holidays, I'm going to offer a free webinar. I'm working on the topic and subject. It might have to do with some things that I see coming for 2023, but I will let you know, and I will probably offer it around the Thanksgiving weekend or that week right afterwards. Somewhere in there where I feel like people have some downtime or can make some time to come to a free, basically like a astrological coffee talk with Eric. But it will be a completely free webinar or donation based, if you want to even just, donate $1 because you support my channel and my knowledge and information. I appreciate it, but I do want to offer it for free. And if ever anyone would like to donate to my Cash App, it's $T2UC, or to my PayPal, it's tailored to you coaching @gmail.com, my PayPal, and I would greatly appreciate it. And that can be anytime, not just for the free webinar, but I will be announcing that soon. So just have a safe holiday. Hope you had a good Halloween. And because I might not, I'm shooting this before Halloween, but I might not put it up. Maybe I'll put it up on Halloween. But if I don't, I put up November 1st. Hope you had a good Halloween and get ready for the holidays and Thanksgiving, or as I used to call it, Thanks-taking. But, we're gonna do positive things to, help remedy all the wrongs, right? That's what happens when you have relationships with these planets. You vibrate on a different level, and the whole thing is to make sure you get into your prayer closet, you meditate, tone, positive affirmations, gratitude. So I am in gratitude to you for coming to my channel. Please explore the whole channel. Like I said, email me for services, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. But comment down below, explain to me how your Mercury helps you in your business relationships, because this is the house of business, and one of the houses, and also your long-term relationships or marriage, okay? It's muy importante. All right, y'all, be easy. Get back to watching my football games. My Steelers lost again. I didn't think we were gonna beat the Eagles. Eagles undefeated, and hopefully the Giants come back and win against the Seahawks, and all that good stuff. Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. Bye, Mercury in the 7th house. Later.